313watkins.com. Streaming on Roku.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV.
The Gospel Explosion TV. Hey, that's how we bring the heat. I always tell everybody when we meet them, you see the light, so you can be the light.
Absolutely.
Yes, amen to that.
You are the light.
That's right.
Jesus said that he's the light of the world, but then he said, this is the light of mine. And our little light, we're going to let it shine.
We're going to let it shine. Yes, we
Thank y'all
are.
for coming on United Gospel Explosion TV. And before I introduce my fabulous guests, I just want to say hello to some of my people out there. Somehow Brandon Reed comes to my mind first. He must be doing something powerful down in Miami, King of Miami. If you want a video made down there, marketing presentations, look up Brandon Reed. He's one of the best. Wanda Counts down in Texas. Hey, Wanda, hope you're doing well and just happy about the work you're doing. I got to say to the CAN. CNA. The group I'm affiliated with, the marketing group, with Dr. Hurd and Miss Vincent, Kimmy Reed, the team I'm on, man, just special ups to you guys out there encouraging people to be their best self.
Yes.
And don't let me stop right there. Let me come on into the studio.
Absolutely.
To my right, which is your left. To my right, which is your left. I got Denise Agua, hostess with the Moses.
All right.
Yes.
What up, Joe? How's
Welcome
everybody?
back.
Hallelujah. Good to be back. Good to be
Say,
back.
welcome back. She just run all off. I say, where you at? I'm down south getting some sun. I'm like, what?
I don't blame her for that. Do you?
No. And then I have Miss Pamela Reed. Hey, Pam.
Hey, how are you today?
All right. Tell them how out there.
Hey. How you guys doing out there?
It's just, I always say it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, and then, when you come together with positive folk, positive energy. I say it folk, I got a little country in me. Some people don't know my mom and daddy was from Arkansas.
Okay.
I was just hoping they wasn't cousins. Everybody down there is your cousin, Pam. But just a beautiful Southern raised family. And then
Yes.
they raised us, except for my older sister right here in the city. So you might hear a little of that come out of me every now and then.
Okay.
But what a beautiful day. You got one of your daughters that's in the bullpen warming up. She over there throwing balls and
Yes,
stuff.
I do.
She
Yes,
getting
I
ready.
do. She getting ready. She stay ready though.
She stay ready.
now.
She stay
All right,
ready.
all
Okay.
right,
That's
okay.
what I want to hear. And it's another daughter that we'll soon have in here. First, tell them who you are and a little bit
Okay.
about a couple of your companies anyway.
All right. Well, my name is Pamela Reed. I was born in Detroit. However, I was not raised in Detroit. My dad decided to join the Army.
Oh, Army
Yeah,
baby.
I'm an Army brat. That's how I know Summer, the lady that just left here.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, we met in San Antonio at an all brats reunion in San
Wow.
Antonio, but I haven't seen her since then. But nonetheless, I'm an Army brat. My dad, we left here in 1973, but before we left, my dad actually owned a record shop at 9120 Mack Avenue.
Oh, wow. What was the name of it? Do you
It was
remember?
called D&P Album Shop. It was right
Wow.
next to Don Edis. I would say Mack and Holcomb.
Wow.
Dude, I had to go there.
Yeah, his first day of
'Cause
business.
that's my ear, dot netters.
Yes,
Ooh.
yes. His first day of business, and I have the records, was December the 25th, 1967.
Wow.
From the 25th to the end of the month, he made $123. I was like, wow, that's a lot of money
Wow.
for back then.
In 1 month.
In 1 month.
Wow, that was a
Yes,
lot of money.
yes. But the
That's like
blessing,
10,000
yeah,
now, you
yeah, that's a blessing, and I always talk about that because my actual brick and mortar to my business is located on Max, so this is like legacy in the making, you know.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm right up the street from where my mom and my dad used to be, and I own a couple of companies. The first one is the Healing Girl.
Yes.
So the Healing Girl is a non-medical company. We provide non-medical services, which they call them ADLs, for children as well as adults that
Wow.
need help with their daily living activities.
that's
So it can
amazing.
be bathing, grooming, medication reminders,
Mm-hmm.
shopping for them, laundry, housekeeping.
Mm.
And the crazy thing about it, I tell you guys, is that a lot of people don't know that they can get these type of services.
Right.
But it's Medicaid funded. It's actually Medicaid funded.
Really?
Yes, yes. So what I do is I go around to different apartment communities and I educate people. I might go in there and play bingo to get them to warm up to me so that they can become familiar with me. Once they warm up, I keep going back. And then that builds a trust,
Right.
a trusting with the senior citizens because you can't trust. They don't trust
Absolutely.
everybody. That's just,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you go to their location, their residence,
yes.
and
yes.
you bring games and different things to bring them out there, shell them. warm them,
Exactly. We go to the community rooms, we
Mm-hmm.
do something with them, and
Mm.
we start building the trust. Now, the good thing about the program, it's a Medicaid funded program, but if you have someone in your family or a neighbor or anybody that could take care of you, the state will pay me and I would turn around and pay them. So you don't even have to have a stranger come into your home. So that's the great thing about it.
So you're paying the caregiver.
Exactly.
Stay close to me, honey.
Stay close.
to me. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Yes.
And I must say to my right here, Denise Agua, she's been working at St. Patrick's is one of her. And she does many jobs
Yeah,
as well,
yep.
acting, singing, evangelizing. But St. Patrick's is one of her loves now too, where she's
That
taking
is that.
care
Yeah,
of.
absolutely.
strangely
Yeah,
enough,
that-
seniors.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it's a good thing. And Pam, I want to ask you too, as far as coming to the senior centers and different things like that, and you actually provide. What do you actually provide? That's what I want to know.
So my role in the company is more administrative, and then we send the caregivers out. So rather if that be a caregiver that I had to hire or if it's going to be a caregiver that you bring to the table, because a lot of times, most of the time, senior citizens have someone that's already helping them.
Right.
That's the first question I ask them.
Right.
Who's helping you now? So if it's your son, your brother, whoever, we talk to them and see if we can hire them first.
And that's a good
And
thing.
if they don't have anyone on their team that's already helping them or willing to help them, then that's when we bring in a caregiver.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay,
Awesome.
okay.
Now, what's about all these robocalls and people calling you about all these different things? They really hitting the seniors really bad. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
And
that's
you get
sorta
like
crazy.
100,000 calls a day. You know.
Oh, yeah.
So what's all that about?
Yeah.
So a lot of times they talk about what you're talking about too.
Yeah,
Coming in too.
Yeah, so that's just people soliciting the actual Medicaid or Medicare plans because it's so tricky and most people don't know about it. So I can explain a little bit about it. Okay, so you have Medicaid and you have Medicare. Medicaid is a state-funded program.
Right.
That means that's on the state level. However, Medicare is on a federally funded level.
Right.
So if you have Medicare that's federally funded, it's two different things. Medicare is skilled care. So if you have a person that goes into the hospital, this is hypothetically speaking, of course. If you have a person that goes into the hospital and now they get released from the hospital, they go home and they want to continue to get better and get rehab, then that's where a home health HEALTH company could come in and provide skilled care. The nurse,
Right.
the physical therapist, the doctor, all those people can come to your home. That's Medicare funded.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
That's
too.
Medicare funded. And a lot of times what we say, well, people say the red, white, and blue card.
Well,
a blessing.
That's
That's
what
good
you.
to
That's what
know.
you grew up knowing.
Yeah, that's what you
And
grew
it
up
trumps
knowing.
everything.
Yeah, yes.
As long as you got that red, white, and blue card, you can
got-
get service.
yes.
But
Now-
I want to bring it back into what you're currently doing, and some of your other businesses as well. and because this is entrepreneurship month.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we do care about the health of our seniors, our
Yes,
young
we
people,
do.
the
Yes.
disabled, of course. That's part of it. But I also want to let them know that you're out here, and I may be affiliated with this. I say we will be affiliated
Of
with
course,
this.
definitely.
Training of men and women, correct?
Correct. And children as well.
And children.
Yes. Yes.
And now that's through another program.
Yes. So what we're currently working on, and my Val, my goddaughter, she'll speak on that as well. Her part, that she's the part that she's going to play.
Absolutely.
But what we're in the process of becoming is vendors with MRS. So MRS is Michigan Rehabilitation Services, and what they want to do is help people get jobs. How do they help people get jobs? Through vendors.
Right.
So vendors offer different type of services, whether if it's training or if it's going out into the communities to see who would be willing to help them. Now, the thing about it is that what we're going to do, we're going to service adults,
Okay.
men and women. We're going to service children. Now, the children that we're going to service have to have an IEP. What is an IEP? An intellectual education plan.
Okay.
With that intellectual education plan, that means that in school, when they graduate, they might get just a certificate of completion. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to get a diploma.
Right.
Why? Because they have some issues or some challenges while they're in school.
Right.
So those are the children that we'll be able to help.
Oh, okay.
And then lastly, we'll be able to help people coming home from prison. And those are the things that she's going to elaborate on when you guys start interviewing her. So I'm really excited about it. We had our first interview,
Right.
and I'm ready to roll.
Okay. But
I'm
what a
ready.
spectrum, what a large spectrum that you're touching. And you know, oftentimes when I see different churches in the community or organizations in the community, Denise, what I ask them is, what are you doing for the people today? How does your ministry touch the people?
Absolutely.
Because that's the news we want to bring into United
Exactly.
Gospel Explosion. And you just have a slew of things you guys
Yes,
are doing. And
yes.
very proud of you guys and what you're doing. And I must say that ACN is a business group I joined where you see a lot of these ladies that you see me bringing on, Miss Michiko from State Farm. Who else is there?
You got Sandra
Oh, Miss Vincent, Miss Vincent.
Dr. Hurd, which is a great motivator.
He is the
He's
motherfucker.
amazing.
But on Miss Vincent, oh my God, she's in the housing too and helping people.
Yes.
And in a huge way, you know,
Yes.
these ladies are really established. And of course now we bring you in. This is all from the same business group that
Yeah,
we've been
okay,
dealing
that's
with.
awesome.
I'm gonna get Denise in there when she stop being shy. She can come in and turn the table a little more, y'all. But it's just great to be able to be in a group of like-minded people,
It is. That's it.
entrepreneur-minded people.
Yes, definitely.
And that's definitely what this group is. And so I've just been came in. I've been affiliated with now a month. I'm talking like I've been an old pro at it. But in a month's time, you know, I saw about $1,000 fall off the sky.
Oh, that's
somewhere.
awesome.
That wasn't too bad.
That's
right?
not bad at all.
Wasn't too bad. So it's an opportunity for people to make income there. And we'll talk about that and bring maybe Miss Vincent back.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
But Pamela, you're doing a great job out there in the community. If you could encourage someone, I'm talking about touching people right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you can encourage someone that may have thought about reaching out to services, may be afraid, not knowing what it entails, what would you say to them to bring them towards you?
Okay, what I would like to say is that we're a little bit different because at my building, which is approximately 3,800 square feet, we have simulation rooms. So the objective of MRS is to find people employment. Well, let's hypothetically say we have a daycare. We have a room set up just like a daycare. So MRS might have clients or participants that might be interested in working in a daycare. Well, when they come to our building, they're going to actually have a real world hands-on experience because we have a room already set up like a daycare.
Wow.
Therefore, when we go out and we start working with our partners in the community, they're not that afraid. They know what it is to have how the daycare is set up already. They know about the reading part over here and the play part over here and the science and the math. It's already set up. So
Absolutely.
that sort
Absolutely.
of constitutes them being a lot more willing to
Workable,
go
yes.
out, you know,
Absolutely.
be ready to go out, and a lot more, you know, familiar.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that takes
Absolutely.
away a lot of the anxiety that they'll have. We
Okay.
also have a room set up because we're going to be doing food service. So I have a tea room. You guys have to come over to the tea room. I have to give you guys a tea party.
Absolutely.
So with the tea party, we're
Absolutely.
concentrating on customer service,
Yeah.
where they can go and work in hotels, they can go and work in restaurants, they can go work in different hospitality situations. We're teaching them like breakfast prep right there. Not only that, we're going to open up the tea room so that people can actually come in there and they can get the real world experience with that.
I love it.
We also have a hot dog cart program.
All right.
I own a hot dog cart.
All right. All right.
So we're going to
Glad
bring.
that you laugh, because I've been thinking about that, you guys. We'll try everything. I mean, it seemed to be a great influencer for your children, maybe grandchildren, nieces, and nephews.
Yes.
That they get a real work experience.
Yes, and
Okay.
and I did all of this with the thought that a lot of the younger people that's going to graduate, you'll see your peers going off to college, you'll see them walking across that stage, but here you are, you have a certificate. So that is for those people, because they have to go on and they have to feel like they can be accepted in the community, that they can go out and they can make money. So those are the reason. That's the reason why I put those type of programs together with the children in mind.
So it's a certificate program where they go through a basic training,
Yes.
getting some knowledge of what service it is.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, they have at least a certificate in their hand to say, I know something about this.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. We're also
love
training in group homes. I don't know if you all know, but now the age to work in a group home, because there's such a shortage, is 16.
Really?
You can go work in a licensed group home with parental consents at the age of 16.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. To be able to reach out to people in this way, and it seems like for a 3,800 square foot building, you're touching a lot of different services.
Yes. Yes.
And we did speak, because a lot of you guys I know, we talk all the time about the gift of carpentry. You know, God gave me a gift of carpentry,
yes.
and then I thought about it. I say, well, I would love to share this. And then I met Pam, which has created an opportunity to maybe do some teaching. And I mean some basic teaching, you know. Before you go, and they don't say this on the Home Depot DIY, that when you work with a hammer, you got to watch your fingers. You might hit one of them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Or when you're cutting wood, then there's something called goggles we put on. You know, these just the little safety knowledge
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
can
Yes.
stop you from going blind. I mean, I'm serious about this.
Yes.
I remember when we were in carpentry school, you know, guys play around or horse around, and one of my friends, I'll just say Frank. I ain't gonna say his last name. But anyway, Jimmy. He was laughing and stuff, and all of a sudden, someone said, "Frank, you cut yourself." And when he looked down, he saw his thumb on the saw.
Oh, Father. Oh, Father.
He went to screaming, but before
didn't
they
feel
told him, he didn't even feel it.
Oh, God.
So at any rate, though, he was able to save the thumb, and they put it back on. But what a thing, though. You got to
Yes.
know that as you get into these things, even in your do-it-yourself in your own house, there's some safety issues on it. We want to be able to teach that to some of the
Definitely.
kids, just to give them a good start
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
in the
Absolutely.
industry.
Absolutely. And I was thinking with Pam, one of my pet peeves, what I do is that what you did touch on is the communication and good customer service. basket.
Yes.
That's what I do, because that is so important to be out, because everybody's not going to have to be out front.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Exactly.
it. Not that you're a bad person, you know what I'm saying? But that's just not your forte, So if you don't know how to treat people and take care of people, that's a good skill to learn,
It is.
So I do a thing now, we're learning now, working on it now, is customer service on the go. Like teaching people actually how to talk to people, you know what I'm saying? And how to respond to people as a customer
Absolutely.
service, because that's so important, because you could be a person, if you're working at McDonald's, just saying, you may be that person to make that person's day. You know what I'm saying? But you up there, good morning, hi, you all bubbly. Good morning, can I have a cup of coffee? And they looking like, okay. Oh, do you have any stevia? I'm just saying, they're
looking
we
like you
ain't
the
got no,
enemy.
I ain't got no,
Right.
And all of a sudden, we always talk about, either you're gonna be that bomb, that BALM bomb, or you're gonna be that BOM bomb. You know what I'm saying? Where you're gonna just be fired.
healing
so
bomb or the blow-up bomb.
Exactly. So that's a good skill to teach.
Yes.
So if you ever need my services on that, as far as
That
teaching
would be
that customer
great.
service,
Yes.
Was she
I would
smooth
love
or
it.
what?
Yeah,
She's smooth.
These
Yeah,
are
for
smooth
sure.
as silk.
for
Yeah.
sure, because I
And-
love that. That's a good
And,
talk.
and that's what I'm saying. You know how to put your right foot forward.
Right.
And that's what this is all about.
That
you know.
is. Yeah.
And
Yes.
it may not be the wherewithal, the end of everything for them, but it's a great beginning.
Absolutely.
When you learn how
absolutely.
to be able to communicate with people, even
It
in the
is.
workplace.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
and there's several places that taught you dress for success. And
Yeah,
things like
Yes,
that.
Giving
we
out
do
Even
all
with
of
those
that.
out there.
Yes.
And I can't wait to get her on next. because
Yes,
she
we
has
do
some
all of that.
interesting things that's going to help your son or daughter. Because there's so many of us
It is.
that have been incarcerated or locked away.
Yeah.
And how you come back into society, and she's doing things to help do that as well. So we're gonna bring her up next.
Yes.
But you tell me if just to keep it on course right here, if you had an opportunity to encourage someone out there, when I say encourage them this time, that's maybe lost their way. Not because they're afraid to come into the service, but just lost their way. Money has beat them down. Finances have beat them down. Drugs have beat them down. Basic social pressures they haven't been able to rise to it. What would you tell them, and how can your company help fight against that?
Well, the
today?
first thing I would tell them is you got to go back to your first love, which is Jesus.
Amen.
Come on.
Yeah, you got to go back to your first love.
Absolutely.
I can remember when I went from being a multimillionaire to just not even knowing how I was going to eat.
Wow.
Yes, I walked away from everything. I was in a marriage, and I'll tell you, it's just a short story.
Yeah, please.
And my granddaughter and I, the Miss Wheelchair of Michigan that was supposed to be here today. She was
She'll get the opportunity.
she was about 5 years old, maybe 5 or 6, and we had rice and corn. And I had moved from like a 7,000 square foot home out in Orchard Lake Village, West Bloomfield, wherever it was, and now we were in a 2-bedroom
Right.
flat in Grosse Pointe.
The downside.
And we had I walked away from everything.
Right.
When I left, I had the right shoe, but I ain't had the left shoe. I had the jacket, but I ain't had the pants.
Right.
But I had some peace, going on. So it's like the last day before the kids get out for Christmas. So that night, she said, "Grandma, why we just keep eating rice and corn?" I said, "You don't even eat meat." She said, "But you do, Grandma." So I just waited for her to go to bed, and I got on my knees and I said, "Lord Jesus, please." I said, "Lord, do something. You have to do something." I kid you not. The next day, when I dropped her off,
Yes.
there was a lady. I never forget her. Her name was Jennifer. Her little girl was Emma. And she was speed walking through the hall. She was like, "Pam, let's do a play date." And she had a card. And when she walked by me, she said, "Whoop," and I just grabbed it. The bell rung, and I had to go to the main door to get out. I couldn't go through the side door.
Right.
So I walking down the steps, I said, I might as well open the card because I got to walk all the way around the school. And she had $1,000 check.
Wow. Wow. Look
A
at God.
$1,000 check in there, and she told me, she wrote a little note, and she said, "Pay it forward."
Amen.
Wow.
Amen.
Look at God.
She said, "Pay it forward." But what I was doing, unbeknownst to most people, I was working with the women from the Presbytery.
Yes.
And if you know anything about the women from the Presbytery, they love helping other women.
They love
So they were donating to me Pampers, milk, baby clothes, and I was just taking that out in the community, giving it to people.
Right.
And I didn't have anything myself. So with that $1,000, I was able to buy food for Christmas. I was able to get a Christmas tree, and then my daughter brought the toys. So I say, go back to your first love. And that, I feel like me getting on my knees, I got on my knees and I just cried out to God, just cried out. So
Thank you.
one thing that will happen when you do come to me, to any of my businesses, I embrace you where you are.
Okay.
I embrace you right where you are. I'm not judging you. I'm motivating you. I want to be the motivating force, which when my goddaughter comes up here, she'll tell you the story about when we met and how I motivated her and the things that I did to get her in a different place from the mentality that she brought home with her from prison.
Right.
I had to do something because I saw something in her, you know.
Yeah.
And what I did see in her was that the fact that, yeah, she had come home from prison, but she still carried a certain level of respect for me.
Right.
You know, she had some respect for me.
From her upbringing.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say it's from her upbringing. No, I cannot say that. No, I cannot say that. No, I wouldn't say that. Not
But
from her
God is
upbringing.
able.
But God. And that's why I say
Hallelujah.
that
That's why you
first
say that.
love. Go back to your first love.
Okay.
And it got to the point to where 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, she'd be sending me scriptures. I'd be like, now who texted me? And it was her. I said, oh, she's starting to get it. She started sending me
Denise, baby.
scriptures. Get up in the morning. She's listening to gospel music, you know. But even in
So
doing
you could
that,
see a change.
I could see a change. But even
her,
in that,
her yearning,
exactly.
her yearning to change.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly. And so
God
that's
is
what we want to
amazing.
do. We want to embrace people right where they are. There's no judging or anything. With the objective always being to get you back to work so that you can become self-sufficient or just get you a job, period. With the, for instance, with the hot dog cart, we're buying everyone that goes through the hot dog cart their own hot dog cart.
That's a
Wow,
blessing.
That's amazing.
We also have one.
That's amazing. And they're not cheap either,
amazing.
No,
guys. You
they're
better-
not cheap. They're not cheap. They said
Look
you're
at that.
looking at one. They're
Yeah,
not cheap.
yeah. I've been, even the used ones aren't too cheap.
They're
you know.
not cheap. Yeah.
But
That's
that's
a real
amazing.
blessing. That's a
And
real
and I know, Denise, you've done a lot of work with young women. I know you had an organization, or you were with the organization that used to help them with their hair and things like that, correct?
For wigs, and we teach you, just teach us from wearing different things, and the fun of it too that we did, like like tutorials, and how to wrap your hair, and different things like that. You really don't have to
That's
wear
awesome.
just a bonnet unless you're gonna wear it cute with some earrings, something like that. I guess on
Right,
that,
right.
or just different things like that. Or if you have a wig, it's like get nappy, cut. You're gonna get it's time to get a new one, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. So we do it on that level,
And
we
then,
teach the
well,
women.
and I ask that to say that sometimes it's the small things
Yes.
that we forget to do for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to see your brother or sister in shambles or disarray.
Right.
So they ought to go do something to their hair.
Mm-hmm.
But when you begin to see a person say, "Hey, you need to come over here
Right.
to our organization, let us help do you
Exactly.
do your
Like our
makeover."
crown. Like if your crown
Almost
is
a
crooked,
makeover.
we as women, we have to straighten that crown up. You know what I'm saying? You don't be talking, oh, your crown. No. We are here, there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
we are here for each
Fix your
other. You know what
crown.
I'm saying? Fix your crown. But I ain't gonna tell you, girl, her crown is crooked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, let me help you out. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't look down on anybody unless you're gonna be picking them up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we teach that. That's the Lord's doing. We always
Yes.
say it's the Lord's doing and it's marvelous in our eyes. So yeah, we have to love on each other.
We
Yeah,
do.
love
No, gotta
each other.
love. I told one time the lady was outside. It was down on actually on Martin Luther King. I know the lady was she wasn't black. She was but it don't matter. A woman is a woman,
Right.
And she was butt naked. I'm telling you that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
wow.
telling you, but
I've seen that.
Here we go.
but in 60 seconds she was dressed. I bet you that. From
Yeah.
all the women, I had a long shirt, so I jumped up, put my shirt on her. Because
Mm-hmm.
I had a long shirt and something underneath it. Because by me being tall and bigger, it made long. Something next thing she had some pants, she had some shoes on, and then next time I was picking her up and taking her to the hospital.
Just from strangers.
Just from strangers
Yes.
and
In the
showing that
street.
love, because it's automatic, you know.
Yes.
So
That's
we
a
seen a
beautiful
man was
thing.
walking, he was butt naked, but we was like looking, but the police got him. But nothing we could do at that time,
Yeah.
But he was walking down Woodward,
You
but
still
the
had a
police
dress.
got him. The police got him, but,
But just let me
yeah.
say that while we're on the subject of helps, Pamela, this is Pamela Reed. You guys, if you missed part of the show, she has companies that helps men and women reestablish themselves. I'll just
Yes,
say.
definitely.
And if you could give them a way to contact you, what's the best way they could do that?
Well, I usually just give out my personal phone number, and I do like to answer my calls. And I cannot stand when people don't answer my calls or my texts. That's a pet peeve. But my number is 313-768-8613.
Okay. Say it again for us. It's slow.
Sure. 313-768-8613.
Wonderful. You guys call Pam and let her know you saw on United Gospel Explosion TV. And once you see the show here, you will see it on YouTube. It'll be archived as well. So you guys, you'll be able to have them come in and get a lot of useful information that you gave out as well.
Yes, definitely.
And Denise Agua, before we go to break, tell them how to get with you.
Yes, Denise Ogwa, Denise Young Ogwa. I'm on Facebook and on Instagram. You can check me up there and, DM me, let me know. Just say hey, and I'm always going to give you an encouraging word, so that's what I do. It's going to be some comedy or something like that too, but it's going to be uplifting for your soul.
Yeah, she's been around me too long.
Because laughter is medicine for your soul,
Laughter is medicine for the soul. And
Yes.
you can solve more wars with love and laughter than you can with guns and bombs. That's what I
Amen.
say.
Absolutely.
Hey, you guys, you watch United Gospel Explosion TV. You stay tuned. We'll be right back with our next young host coming up. What's your daughter's name?
Valerie Mitchell.
Get ready, Valerie. You in
Yes.
the bullpen.
Get
Get on
ready.
up here.
Yes.
Peace. We'll be right back. Peace.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. TV.
Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
If you enjoy the music, the talk, and the vibe right here on WHPR, we need your support. Help us keep independent radio alive by sending a Cash App donation of whatever you can to $WHPR TV Radio. Every dollar makes a difference. That's $WHPR TV Radio. Support the station that supports you.
Justice for Mario Willis. Truth. Facts. Evidence. Mattered. Log into justiceformariowillis.com. Read for yourself.
Watkins Broadcasting is going worldwide. Now you can watch Detroit's own WHPR on your TV from anywhere in the world. No matter where you are, you can stay in the know with WHPR TV and Roku. You can get your easy-to-install Roku box from wherever you shop for your entertainment gear. Once your Roku box is connected to your TV and internet, go to the channel store on the home menu of the Roku box. Enter WHPR TV in the search engine and add it to your channels. That's it. That's all you need to get the best in entertainment, news, and talk, no matter where you are. Roku brings all of your favorites to your TV. Netflix, Hulu Plus, Crackle, HBO Go, and now WHPR TV, Detroit Live.
Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
313watkins.com. Streaming on Roku.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion. TV.
I can't do the high-pitched TV. That's Emmeline King out there. There's very few humans that can do Emmeline, because Emmeline can actually break glass, as y'all know. But I'm back in the set. I want to thank Denise Agua, hostess with the Moses. She came up and shared with me and the Queen Reed here. She came and did her thing, and these ain't no beginners, y'all, as you see. And on the second half here, we have Miss Mitchell.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Miss Mitchell, how you doing?
I'm good.
And I love these smiles and energy we're getting, you know.
Yes.
And y'all, bring it with a smile. Bring it with the right energy, because if you give the world the right energy, I'm a firm believer the world will give you back the right energy.
So much.
And, you know, I was stopped to get a little soda and a sandwich on the way, and the lady forgot my drink. And, you know, she kind of had an attitude. But I ain't get out screaming at her. I said, it's okay, sweetheart. You know, I'll come in and get it myself. And because I came in that way, then her whole attitude changed.
That's
around.
right. That's right.
So, you know, your attitude determines your altitude.
Absolutely.
And, you
I
know,
like
that's where
that.
we're going. You're not going anywhere with a really bad attitude. It's like 4 flats on the car.
Yes.
You're not going nowhere.
Nowhere.
But if you just take the time to restructure your attitude, the world can become your oyster. And I ain't telling you nothing, Miss Mitchell. And so you've been working
Tell me
with the prison
everything.
program. You know.
I'm a sponge. Tell me anything.
No. But you've been working with the prison program.
Yes.
And exactly what does that constitute? What are you doing with them?
So first and foremost, my name is Valerie Mitchell. Working with returning citizens consists of understanding. To me, it's for the people that I work with, my peers, is the experience that I went through myself. So being able to speak from experience first, and then listen and meet them at their own level second, you know, that plays a big role, especially when the world itself have the identification of no prisoner in my backyard.
Right, sure. I can understand that. We all understand that. And that's really strange for us as a people, when percentage-wise we feel most of the prison population, if you go percentage-wise, we're double what the amount of citizens you have in that area. You know, percentage that's in jail. And so if it ain't you, can I talk to him a minute?
Absolutely.
If it ain't you, it's your nephew, your cousin, maybe even your daddy. So let's just act with that spirit that we all have to help each other come up.
Absolutely.
You agree?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, okay, take us on the journey. Do you go into the prisons and talk to them, or do you meet them out here somewhere? You say meet them just where they are, no, but where are you finding your people, and what exactly are you doing with them?
So at first, I started with the parole agencies. Going in there myself, I recognized a lot of women that I was incarcerated with that needed help. They reach out to me. One thing they could always tell you is, Val, is she gonna keep it real with you.
Okay.
So, and if she can help you, she gonna help you, and if she can't, she gonna find somebody to help you.
Okay.
So going into the parole agents, going into organization meetings and realizing a lot of organizations that help returning citizens are men forward. They find men housing, they find men jobs, but when it comes to the most vulnerable, which is women, there's a lack of resources there.
Disparity.
And I realized that. So going forward, I focus more of my attention on the women, and majority of the women that were getting out already knew me.
Okay.
After doing the 11 years in prison, I will tell you, I was a character.
Yeah. Well, we all ex something, so
Yes,
I
she
think that you have a
was.
very forgiving audience in United Gospel Explosion TV audience
Yes.
because they're used to me, so you don't have to worry about that. We're all characters, but that's just such a beautiful thing to be able to serve your time and come out, and even because 11 years isn't like 5 years, it's not like a year.
Absolutely not.
But you were able to serve that time and come out with the mindset. Come on now. Pam, you with me? You see
I
where I'm
always say
going?
this.
Hey, I
The
see the
mindset to want to
transition.
help somebody else.
Yes.
I'm so thankful.
Yes.
Coming out is one of the hardest things you can do, especially after 5 to 11 and more years, simply because people have the mindset already of institutionalization,
Okay.
right? So they are used to waking up with the mindset that I have an itinerary somewhere to be, and if I don't be there by this time, I'm getting written up. That's going to look bad at the parole agent. So in prison, your mind is conformed to the faculties of that place.
Right.
So you have to learn to become a chameleon, adapt, and be agile to the inner workings of prison. You have to learn every CEO and how they run their program.
Okay.
You have to do things like that. And sometimes these repetitions every day put you in a fixed mindset because it's like a college campus, but you're learning the program.
Right.
And you're not being educated about things that's changing in the world. So when you do re-enter the world, you have one strike against you, maybe 3 or 4 strikes against you, but you also re-enter the world living in a sardine can and feeling like you're still in prison. And I had a lot of my peers like, I just want to go back. Because society has put us in a can
That's
and won't
amazing.
let us move forward.
Okay. And so and that's the give up attitude. Not even the give up attitude. They've already been conditioned
Absolutely.
to that lifestyle.
Yeah, but they don't understand when they come out. When we come out, it's a depression. It's a new world for us. Some of us, I can say I didn't even remember how to walk across the street. I wouldn't even go to the restroom by myself out of fear of
Right.
stepping out of bounds or because I was programmed. But I was programmed early on because I was in foster care from 6 to 18.
Okay.
So it was one program to the next program.
Right.
So
right,
it didn't
right.
kind of change the atmosphere of where I was already at. What
Okay.
changed is when I got out of prison and realized, and I told myself, I no longer wanted to be institutionalized. I no longer wanted to be a person that they set up here and said, well, this is her life. Either
Right.
she's going to live this life or she's going to die. But God told me otherwise.
Come on now.
Yes.
Yeah, we can
Amen.
do that. Go ahead,
Yes.
Denise.
Yes.
When I think about breaking chains, I think about being free, coming out of bondage. And one of the biggest things I think you're saying is that your mind has to be reset.
Absolutely.
Even to be able to accept small things like love and family
Absolutely.
and and
Hugs.
a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug right here. but to
I
be
can hug you now.
Yeah, you can
but
hug me
when
now.
you get out of prison, it's
You,
no
you out of
touching
bounds.
there.
Ain't no touching.
Yeah,
Wow.
you
Okay.
just
Okay.
It's just no touching.
What a blessing it is that, and I'm just still marveling and amazed at the mindset that, and I know that's nothing but the grace of God.
Yes.
That
Definitely.
would touch you like that.
Absolutely.
And because you could have went 10 different ways when you came home.
Absolutely.
You probably did go 10 different ways, but something in you, something was put in you. Is there a spiritual awakening? Is it I'm not putting this on you. I'm just
No, I'll
saying.
tell you.
Is it a testimony to this?
Absolutely.
What did God have to do
When
with
I
it?
was incarcerated at 24 years old, I was sitting in a day room full of all of my peers, and I heard God whisper to me and tell me to go on a fast for 7 days. Now this was pretty hard for me because I like to eat, and the smells of the food being cooked in the microwaves in the unit, so it's very hard. So when I got the urge to eat, I had to go in my room and read my Bible.
Wow.
On the third night at 3:00 in the morning,
Come on now.
God woke me up and He said, "Get on your knees and pray."
Wow.
As I started to pray in tongues, and God whispered to me, "You are my chosen one. I have chosen you and elected you so that you might bring hurting children to me in my name." So from that day forward, God started showing me Him, and I started walking, and He told me that He will put people in my path to help me. That's when I ended up at Miss Pamela Reed's.
Hey, look at Pam. She already well, this is and to His glory.
Absolutely.
This is how it works. That it's a lot of, and I'm so glad that we had this particular meeting during Entrepreneurship Month, because what you're hearing is these ladies' businesses, but even beyond that, it's their outreach. It's their mission, it's their ministry. Can I say that?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That they reaching out and touching people.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to tell you something. No one owes you anything in this life. My daddy said, boy, you got to, he'd seen a few no. He had little sayings he would say. You got to plan your work and work your plan, Mama used to say. But anyway, they was about working. These are country people.
Right.
In other words, if you don't get up and do something, ain't gonna be nothing done.
Exactly.
So I just see the beauty of that. Even so, when you have that in your spirit, though, even though life will bring it where you'll fall and you'll make mistakes, it's easy to be the best minister in the world when you 6. But boy, when you 60 and I've seen a couple of turns around the corner and some dress tails and some fast cars,
absolutely,
it's a different thing. But let's learn to be patient with each other.
Right.
So we tearing down some walls. We breaking some chains right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know when I met her.
Go ahead.
I had never. I was like, I don't know about this one right here, because I was housing the woman.
Okay.
What happened is someone heard about me. And she said, well, can I come look at your building? So she came and looked at the building. The very first room when she walked in there was the tea room. And she was like, oh, my God. She said, I got to step my game up. And she started crying, literally, because she housed only men. And so we walked around, and I rent this particular building, which is a building that I want to purchase eventually. And I called the landlord, and he said, hey, if this is going to help you and you're helping people, by all means, it doesn't matter. So she ended up moving some women in from prison. And it was a challenge. I tell you, let me tell you, I ended up moving in the building, living with them.
Wow.
I left my place and I lived with them, literally. I cooked for them. I sat with them. I ate with them. I put them in my car. I took them shopping. I took them on business meetings. I did everything with them. But this one right here, I was like, Lord, what do I have to do to get to this one? But slowly but surely, I loved on her. And if she was saying something or doing something crazy or ignorant, I would just pull her to the side and be like, no, we can't talk to people like that. We can't do that. But Miss Pam, she used to call me Miss Pam back then. Now she called me Ma, which is okay because I've adopted her into my family.
Right.
But I did not think.
That it would, yeah.
I did not think.
What? And we talking about breaking chains right now for this second. And let's face it, it's not many powers strong enough to break a chain. I mean, that's not a sledgehammer or a saw, but the power of love.
That's what it was.
And from that you learned patience, perseverance. How she worked with you? How did that affect how you work with other women, or other people in your ministry?
I'm so glad you asked that because I did want to say, So growing up, like after being told like you're not gonna go past the second grade reading level, and that you were by a judge that you're gonna be dead by the time you turn 18, and being abused by adults, you as a child, you don't trust adults anymore. And so to be combative or to be oppositional and defiant, it's more of a
Lord
protective
Jesus.
shield.
Yes.
So when I did find out, because I observed people and I watched them to know if they're genuine or not. When I found that she was genuine and she genuinely cared for me and she genuinely saw something in me that I didn't, well, I did see in myself, but it was covered by so many abusive statements, abusive words that have been given and said and put upon me all my life as a child.
Sure.
So when she saw something in me, I realized that I can do anything. So I watched her while she went in rooms that I knew I wasn't supposed to be in.
Right.
But I
took
watched
her.
her and I told her, I texted her one day and I said, I'm going to be your protege. Take me everywhere.
Okay.
But she got me out of my depression by loving me through it, no matter what. And I really just had nobody that really had my back through the good and bad. So it kind of made me think like, oh, maybe she's a friend and not a foe. You know,
Power of love, patience,
Yes.
absolutely.
perseverance, because every day isn't going to be a good day. Is that breaking chains?
Yes.
That's your ministry.
Yes. Break every chain.
Break every chain. Break every chain. Come on,
Yes.
y'all, give me the song. Where you at, Denise? But break every chain.
Break them. Let's break them together. We got to break some
And,
chains.
and from these chains being broken,
Yes.
I'm bringing you the new entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
From
Yes.
these chains being broken,
She paid
God is bringing you these new entrepreneurs
Yes.
that through the suffering. Ooh, wait, come on now.
Absolutely. She paid for my first
Through the
business.
suffering.
My first business, she paid for it. She paid for my LLC
She shut me up, y'all. I had to sit back and just.
from Cup
Look at Miss
Tills. I
Pam.
actually went from being like depressed and not wanting to get out of the bed
Mm-hmm.
to being the house manager and talking to the ladies that came in, doing their hair, taking them
Praise
for walks
God.
and things like that, till her being in a coalition,
Mm-hmm.
bringing my name up and what I was doing with the ladies at the house that she provided, and then I got in the organization making $50,000 a year, and I was training youth and young adults under community violence intervention,
Wow.
advocacy, and things like that. And those kids, they still contact me today. I still help those kids. So I not only help returning citizens, I also help youth and young adults, those who are aging out of foster care, because I've been through both systems. As a teenager, 17, I was in jail. I was in more than 89 group homes in 1 year because of my behavior.
Right.
But I understand the kids that are aging out and those who are in group homes and people that are aging, that are coming out of incarceration a lot more because of the struggles that I had. So Miss Pam, convinced me that I was smart, and I believed her, and I wrote a program for those coming out of prison, and I gave it to her, and now we're going to partner with MRS.
Look at God.
And
Look at
it's
God.
just amazing to me. I don't think that Miss Reed hunk her horn enough. She helps everybody that comes to her door. And if I had to say anything about her, I would say that this woman is the most genuine person that I ever met in my life. She's always been there for me, and she's always had my back. like no matter what. And when I'm in need, she is right there. I remember when she was letting go of the returning citizens, she made sure that I had somewhere to go of my own.
Okay.
She got me an apartment building, and now I live in a 3-bedroom house. It was just the effort that she put behind me, the consistency that she showed me, the love that she poured into me, and brought me into rooms that I didn't think I was supposed to be in. She made me believe that I was supposed to be in the room, and not only that I was supposed to be the main topic of it.
Wow. Let me say this. It's just a blessing that you came today to share your testimony. This is how God works, you guys. Miss Reed was bringing her daughter, which is a whole different powerful testimony that hopefully you guys will hear soon.
Yes,
I'm talking
definitely.
positive on that. But I guess at the last minute, she reached out to you. And through that, this is how miracles happen.
Exactly.
I don't think any of this is by happenstance or accident. You know, this is our prayers being answered.
Yes.
That we walking in the light.
Definitely.
That you ask God to bring the right people to you.
Yes.
And the right doors open up to you. And you hanging on to Miss Reed, then you done stumbled up on United Gospel Explosion TV. And I do believe, by the grace of God, not because of me, just because of the powerful testimonies that sat across the table, that he's looking out for us
Yes, he
to
is.
go forward. So you're part of our family now, too.
I received
That to be able
Thank
to
you.
open up doors that no man can close. I believe that God opens doors that no man can close. Because if they could, they would have kicked me out here a long time ago. I guess I'll just say, whew, I don't know how torn still. You know I love him. He know I love him, Henry and Tim and all the guys. But you know, it's always a struggle. It's always some things you're going through. But he's able to do all things.
Yes.
And he says abundantly, even more than you could ever ask for.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus. Yes.
And look how the doors have opened up now.
Yes.
Exceedingly, abundantly, more than I
yes.
could ever ask. I'm going to ask you to make sure you get with me because I want to go and do some preaching inside the prisons if you see those opportunities for us. Okay. You know, I've been, God put that on my heart some time ago to go and give back. Give back. And of course, the gift of carpentry was never my gift. He gave me that. And you saw the work on TV. And this was some of our work. I think this was done about 10 years ago. And I just holding me up. We're going to do it again, I hope soon. But isn't that a blessing?
It's a blessing.
Isn't that a
Definitely.
blessing? So we tearing down walls today. Tell them to give them something powerful how they can tear a wall down. Let them know, Pamela.
Yes.
How can they tear down a wall in their life?
Hey, the first way to tear down a wall is you got to believe you can do it.
Come on now.
It's the belief system,
Yes.
And God has kept me. I'm telling you, I have persevered over some challenging situations, but I just keep going because I believe. I believe in him. And because I believe in him, I know that I was made in his image. All things are possible. All things are possible.
Yes.
Everything.
All things are possible. And if you can give them a word out there to just, we gonna seal this with you tearing the chain, break a chain right now.
Break a chain. Come on, man.
Someone
Break it.
been trying to get free. Tell them a way
Break
to get
it.
free.
So, to you out there, I see you. I know about it. I know sometimes it's hard when you're depressed and you're still trying to move forward. I just want you to know to keep your eyes on God because the noise will drown out. The noise will drown out. And there's so many things in our path as young people that will draw our attention in. But you know the God-given path you are to take. When you get that inkling like, oh, I shouldn't do that, don't do it. Don't do it because that's God saving you. So don't miss your blessing trying to be cool.
Tearing down chains, y'all.
Tear 'em down.
Y'all been watching United Gospel Explosion TV with our host. Oh my God, super host.
Super host.
Pamela Reed.
Yes.
Valerie Michelle. Valerie Mitchell.
Valerie Mitchell.
Valerie Mitchell. And of course, Denise Agua. Run up here, Denise, so you can get behind us while we go off stage.
Come on, Denise.
You good? Hey, you guys, until next week, we got a great show coming up next week. I'm going to tell you something. It's still entrepreneurship month, and who knew so much spiritual value would come into entrepreneurship?
Yes.
Just for you. Who knew? Who knew? God bless you. See you next week.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion.
313watkins.com. Streaming on Roku.